I watched Murder on the Orient Express for the first time ever yesterday, just because I heard this trailer was coming out.
What'd you think?
Well, John, I gotta say, I was really disappointed that not at one point in the movie did they play the song, Make me a believer. When I saw that trailer, I was like, wow, this song works so perfectly. And then I was watching this whole movie going, where's it in the movie?
Where's the original score by Imagine Dragons?
A letdown this is. Anywho,
I don't
let's see what cover songs in Death on the Nile. Because you know they gotta. Well, they really set it up for it. There's a murder on the Nile, so yeah. The movie was alright. It was okay.
I didn't think it was as bad as some people thought or as good as the people I watched it with.
If it was a Netflix original, I would have been like, perfect.
Pretty decent. You didn't need so much CGI, but
it was alright.
The romance of the desert has the power to seduce.
Oh snap, that's Armie Hammer, yo.
yeah.
I ask
It's
you,
gotta have a big cast.
Gal!
have you
Who is
ever
she?
loved so much?
Oh,
Russell Brand!
Leticia Wright.
Being so possessed by jealousy.
Oh, it's her too, yeah.
Yo, she looks wicked familiar. Sure. What's this cover?
Is murder.
Sounds like Depeche Mode.
Is one of you.
I don't feel safe here. I don't feel safe with any of that.
Is she doing an American accent?
Maybe.
I have investigated many crimes. But
Oh, Leticia.
Leticia Wright, yeah.
has altered the shape of my soul.
Ooh.
I am Detective Hercule Poirot, and I will deliver your killer.
He's aged a lot in between.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a cover.
It's just like a different mix of this song.
Great stories are tragedies.
Ooh. Dead and death is the continuation.
All right.
Oh boy.
Let's chit chat. So Hercules saying that this crime altered the shape of his soul. Mm-hmm. I thought that happened a few days ago on the Orient Express.
Yeah, I mean, especially with that whole grave. I mean, I don't want to spoil that movie for anybody, but the ending is, yeah, pretty grave for him, especially.
He learns a lesson in gray and yeah, I'm trying not to spoil it for anyone.
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
but there's a big lesson that he learns, and it really goes against his philosophies.
Yeah.
And he has to adapt. Here, I like this trailer way more than I like the Murder on the Orient Express trailers.
I agree 100%.
From what we're getting visually, it looks less reliant on CGI. While there's some CGI touch-ups here and there,
Yeah.
it feels like it's mainly grounded in the production design. The actual mood and mystery of it feels a lot more palpable. There was something that felt a little made for TV about Murder on the Orient Express. I don't know what it could be. I mean, the fact that Murder on the Orient Express already had so many adaptations, this has less adaptations.
Keyword being less.
So maybe they're able to do a little bit more of what they want, but it feels more focused. Murder on the Orient Express had this big ensemble with more famous actors than what you got here.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of these actors are famous, but it seemed like for Murder on the Orient Express, we're like, what are like some huge names we can just keep listing here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then here I'm like, half these people I really know. you
Yeah,
know?
and the other half I recognize, and I'm like, I've seen you be really great and stuff,
Yeah.
so I'm just excited for the ensemble, you know?
Whereas, like, this whole thing with, the desert can be seductive, and I feel some of that, like, film noir, romance, death, detective, mystery solving. Like, it feels like there's an actual tone here.
Yeah. And even some of that intrigue that comes with not, like, the swashbuckling action of a film like The Mummy, but that old-time, like, ooh, the wonders of Egypt Egypt and the pyramids and whatnot. And yeah, I thought this trailer definitely played well as its own piece. Even the 80s tune didn't distract me. I thought, like it was well chosen, even though it was a pop tune. And yeah, it got me interested in both Poirot's experience as a character and the, overall mystery. Because one thing I am curious about is if he keeps doing these movies, will he grow into that character to the point where I really feel like, oh yeah, he's really made this character his own.
Right.
Because with the first one, it's like I liked his performance, but at the same time, I wasn't like losing myself into Poirot and not seeing Kenneth Branagh. That's something else I kind of came to think about while watching this. And yeah, this played like a nice little piece that teased everything I actually would hope for from something like this.
What we're looking at with Armie Hammer and Gal Gadot especially, and whoever that other chick is, I don't know who that is. She looks so familiar. Yeah. It feels a lot more focused on the characters we'll be really paying attention to. For Murder on the Orient Express, I think that was a big problem that I had with it, especially if I had seen it in the theaters. I was way more intrigued with Johnny Depp because I felt like he was the one we really got to know. Yeah. Everyone seems so surface level.
Yeah.
And then here, I feel like we're actually, for some of them at least, we'll be getting some real characters that we can be invested in and probably be concerned about. Gal Gadot, it seems like especially, will be that character. I don't know the Death on the Nile story. I didn't know the Murder on the Orient Express story either. Yeah. But with looking at this trailer, I hope Kenneth Branagh will take notes from whatever criticisms were given towards Murder on the Orient Express. Because while it was a box office hit, if you look on Rotten Tomatoes especially, it has like a 61% on critics and like a 50-something% on audience score. So there's definitely a lot of criticism drawn towards that. I know he's coming off of the hit Disney Plus film Artemis Fowl.
Oh, buddy.
He directed that, right?
Yeah, I believe he did. This one also, too, looks like that much more of a film, and it looks darker, and it looks heavier, like the murder aspect is going to be weighing on the movie, and I think that's a good thing, too, to take this to a slightly darker place.
Yeah, man. And Russell Brand looks cool.
It's cool.
I forgot he acts still.
I know,
right? I didn't think he still acted.
He just shaved his beard down a little bit, and he's ready to go.
Because I love who Russell Brand is now. I love his podcast. I love whenever I see him on interviews now, like who he's turned into with this sort of like spiritual dude.
Yeah.
To me, he's even funnier now. I didn't know he was in this movie, so seeing him here, I was like, what? Russell Brand's acting still? I didn't. For some reason, I just thought he wasn't acting anymore.
And now I feel just a little bit happier.
Yeah.
Just the prospect. And especially for something like this. The first one had this element of feeling like I was watching a play or something like that. Yeah. And like you said, with the surface level elements of some of the characters, it often just got me excited to see who could act next to who else.
Yeah.
Whereas this makes me feel like maybe it'll be an absorbing tale of characters more than me just going, look at all these great actors.
Yeah. Who are trying to elevate this lackluster script.
Based on a book that I'm sure was much more intricate than this.
This guy right here that I have a freeze frame on, he's the dude who brought him on the Orient Express, right?
I believe so.
I believe that's him. It's amazing
So
what one
history.
IMDb research can do for us if we just typed it in.
No. People in the comments got to keep us honest.
Yeah.
That's how we engage.
And Leticia Wright, I hope she gets a rich role. There's a lot of people in here as expected, but like,
it's not as flashy.
Everyone was like super famous in the last one. Yeah.
Well, and I noticed there, I wonder about Leticia Wright's character in this too, because in the first one, they do, at least talk about some kind of race issues in the movie because of the time that it's set in, and this is set on a boat with like a black wait staff, like you can at least see, and I'm wondering if Leticia Wright's character may also play into certain societal things at the time too.
No, a few days ago on the Orient Express, they solved
racism on the Orient Express. It was a very feminist murder if you go back and look at it.
It's all changed by this point.
Yeah. It's changed his soul for the better. It's murder.
All right, guys. Well, Murder on the Death on the Nile. What'd you think of this trailer? Leave your thoughts down below. Guys, subscribe, click that notification bell. If you like this trailer or our video, hit the like button. Last but not least, Paul PJ
Pandemic Jones.
Now, PJ stands for Pandemic Jones, but what does Paul stand for?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to tell you guys right now. P does not stand for penis. No. It stands for pensive
Paul is a pensive guy, and Paul is also an attentive guy. That's what the A in Paul stands for.
And the U stands for undermine. He constantly undermines his family members at barbecues.
Yeah. And the L stands for lethargic. He's a lazy dude, doesn't like to do much. And that's what undermines his family because they are all ninja warriors.
And that's what led into the Pandemic Jones.
That's right. He was like, I gotta get everybody on the couch like me. How? Make them sick.
Sincere shout-outs is the way we're going this month.
Definitely, man. I hope you appreciated being uplifted by these words and encouraged by the sentiments behind them.
Just kidding, Paul. Love you, bud. Thanks for
man.
being here, man.
Hope you can catch a stream soon.
We'll catch up shortly. Almost done with Umbrella Academy, and then DC fandom, and then I'll finally get back to your messages.
Life will resume as normal.